Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Random Guy 66 here, and welcome back to another Minecraft how-to video. And in today's video, I'm going to be mixing it up just a little bit, and I'm actually going to be doing a video on a specific block. And this block that I'm going to be discussing today is one of the most hated, despised, loathed blocks in all of Minecraft. You guessed it, it's acacia wood. So you probably already knew what I was going to talk about. You probably saw the thumbnail, the title of the video. You know, you probably already saw this. And to be honest, hated, loathed, all those words I used before, there isn't exactly correct to describe acacia. I would just say acacia is not commonly used. And some of you that are new to Minecraft or don't understand, or maybe you're not a builder, you're confused about why I'm talking about acacia. You're like, why? What's wrong with acacia? It's for a couple of reasons. First of all, acacia is pretty tough to find unless you spawn in or near a savanna biome. So, because acacia only spawns in savanna biomes and savanna M biomes, which is the only variant of savanna. And the other reason is that it's really the coloration of acacia wood. As you can see here, acacia wood, it's got this really weird pinkish orangish color to it, and that's really not liked by a lot of Minecraft builders, mainly due to the fact that it's very hard to work with. There's very few colors that orange goes well with, like just to name a few, red and yellow, it goes good with those because they're all warm or hot colors on the color wheel. But there aren't a whole lot of good red or yellow building blocks in Minecraft, so you can kind of cross that combo off the list. Plus, who would want to build a house that's looks like fire, or looks like it's on fire? So that might be problematic. It goes well with blue. Orange goes well with blue. They're complementary colors. They're opposites on the color wheel, so naturally they look well together. But the problem with that is there's really not a whole lot of good blue building blocks in Minecraft. If you think about it, like, other than clay or prismarine, which is hard to find anyways, what good blue building block is there? And the answer is there really isn't one, to be honest. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to build with acacia wood, what color palettes it goes well with, and how to use it in your builds. And I've got a couple of styles of houses over here, as you can see. We've got a, first off, coming over here, this is a very basic house design. So it's 5 acacia wood this way, over one, or back one over one, then back one over one, 5 this way. You see the pattern going here. So if you want to build a house of this style, go ahead, pause the video. I used pretty much all acacia wood for this build except for the glass. That's light gray stained glass panes, because I love stained glass panes over regular glass. I didn't fill it with anything just for the simplicity of it. This was one of my first designs for a house. So when I started playing Minecraft like 2 years ago, I believe, and when I finally figured out that I wanted to be a builder in Minecraft, this was one of the first house designs I came up with. Something kind of simple, very simple, kind of tribal looking, because acacia it gave me that feel, especially with the door that you can see here. So it's kind of got that really weird tribal feel to it. And I realized this is a really old build, and it looks okay, but it's not exactly great. So I decided to go ahead and redesign it. Now this is a much better looking house. You've got a completely wraparound kind of deck style thing going on here, kind of a wraparound deck, porch. And then inside the hut itself is kind of smaller. What I had done originally was I made this outer ring, which, as you can see here, you can see the dimensions of it, you can see how I did it. So I made this outer ring, filled it all in with acacia slabs, and then what I had originally done was I had put these posts here, these on the end, the ones that make up the edges and corners, and then I had filled it up with fence posts right here and right here, all the way around. Did that for all four sides, and then I came inside, but my only problem with it was there really wasn't a good place to put anything. Like, I couldn't put a bed here without it sort of sticking out, and it just looked really weird. So I closed it off, or for the most part. I have a gate here above the door, which looks kind of cool. We have fence posts here, kind of covering out the wood a little. Fence up here, here, and here, and I did a pretty simple cobblestone roof on it. We used the light gray stained panes, and as you can see, there's no weird entranceway, so you can put down your things quite freely. So I really like the design of this house. I really like how it turned out. So if you want to use it, and I tried to refrain from using anything other than acacia wood, but it just cried out to me to use cobble, so I did. And that's the thing about acacia wood. One of the few things that it goes well with is neutral colors. Neutral colors like gray or black or brown, they go well with pretty much everything. And if you hadn't noticed, there's a lot of gray and a lot of brown blocks in Minecraft. So of course you can use those blocks with anything. That's why they're incorporated into so many builds. That's why stone is in so many builds, because there's a lot of blocks, or a lot of different stone blocks that are gray, and that's why you use stone in builds. So the next house we have over here is kind of a design that I tried to use mainly acacia wood planks for, and I saw this design, or a very similar design, and I was like, I like that, but I want to beef it up a little. So I believe the guy who originally created this house, he runs a channel on YouTube called This Channel Is Dead. I don't know why he named it that. Don't ask me why, ask him why. But basically what I did here was I've got this simple second floor, or I took his house design, which was this he had a 5 long wall here, then he had the posts, so technically this is 5 long, this is 7 long, and then let me just clear the weather here really quickly. Sorry about that. He had 7 long this way, 7 long this way, 5 over this way. I believe this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 long this way, 11 long this way, and then 5 over. Very simple. This first floor is, make this 3 by 3, and then 3 by 3, fill up the walls with acacia wood, and then put the dark oak, kind of line the entire house with it, with this dark oak, and then you build the second floor. So I hope you understood that. I barely understood myself, to be honest, but we have this simple second floor. Like I said, he had the main design for the house, and his original design was he kind of had this going. I changed the roof a little bit, just a little bit, adds my own personal style, and I also added the second floor and changed around the house a little bit. He actually had the acacia wood going down all the way, and then having dark oak fence posts going all the way around. I just changed it up a little bit. So, but if you search up like acacia house on YouTube, it should be one of the first things that pops up. So yeah. And then the last design we have implements only the acacia wood itself, not the planks, just the wood. So this last design uses a little bit of this acacia wood, but it also uses a lot of stone bricks, cobblestone, and a little bit of iron too. I put the iron door over here just for the sake of having an iron door matching the color scheme, because I used white stained panes, excuse me, for the windows. Like I said, I prefer to use stained panes. For this one, I used regular glass because I feel like it just looked the best. But for over here, I used the white stained panes. You might recognize this house design. It may look a little similar, and that's because the Minecrafter / YouTuber Grian used a design very similar to this in one of his in his top 10 best and worst Minecraft building blocks episode. I kind of changed his design up a little bit. For his video, he had iron anvils here, you know, for these pillars kind of thing. He had at the bottom and the top, and then cobblestone walls filling it in. I made cobblestone for the top and bottom of the pillars, and then filled it in with iron bars. He also had iron bars for the windows, and I just added glass panes because it looks more like a house. I really don't know much what to say about this house. It looks very prison-esque, but you can definitely find all these materials in a savanna biome. It's mostly stone bricks and cobblestone, so it's very easy to find, and you just use a little bit of iron and mostly acacia wood. And this acacia wood, I will say, is definitely liked by a lot of builders. This acacia wood, just the trunk of the tree, not the planks itself, but just the trunk of the tree, and that's because it's a gray wood. It's the only wood in the game that's gray. Most of the other woods are brown. I know birch is white with a little bit of black, but it just looks ugly. Whereas acacia wood, it's gray, and a lot of people like it for it because it goes well with a lot of really kind of dank. I said that word, and I know half of my audience just thought memes suddenly right there. But it gives this musty feel, kind of a prison feel. If there was a few things I had to change about this design, I would probably raise this side up a few more blocks before starting the roof. That way this roof kind of has an overhang over this roof, and it would look a little better. I would also pop out a few blocks with change some of these stone bricks to mossy stone bricks, some maybe just to plain old stone, some to stairs, you know, give it a little design detail. But other than that, I hope you have looked at it long enough. I've gotten enough angles for you to see how I did this house. Very simple indeed. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I really hope you learned something. I hope you learned how to build with acacia wood, because it is, after all, one of the harder blocks to build with in Minecraft. I hope you learned to use very neutral colors when building with acacia. Use a lot of grays. I was surprised too. I didn't know that brown worked very well with acacia, but it turns out it really does. And then, of course, using the gray and the trunks of the trees. But other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and I guess I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.